What's up, guys? This is Beau. You're watching the Beau Show, and today I want to clarify some news on the world of Transformers. And if you don't already know, Transformers: Age of Extinction has reached $1 billion, which is great. It has taken in $1 billion in the box office, and now it is currently on the run to beat the Transformers Dark of the Moon box office, which is really close. All they need is another $100,000, and then they have beaten Transformers Dark of the Moon, which will make it the highest grossing Transformers film of all time. And this is going to be great. And they only have a few weeks left, and they're just starting to open in other places like Japan, Russia, and other places. It's going to reach $100,000. Just don't make no doubt about it. Now I want to clarify something that's been going around lately, and I know they already confirmed it a little while ago. I just want to clarify it for people who haven't read it yet. After Transformers: Age of Extinction, people are now asking, what's Transformers 5? Like, what's gonna happen on Transformers 5? Like, what's the plot? What's the story? I mean, why? Well, apparently they're on nationalreport.com. They said that Michael Bay himself said that he revealed some info about Transformers 5, and he said he's going to do some nods to the 1986 movie, and then he said that yeah, they're going to kill off Optimus and they're going to put Rodimus Prime, and this ticked off a lot of people on Twitter. This ticked off a lot of people on Twitter, and it really made everyone ticked off. Well, I'm here to tell you that it's fake. It's fake. It's totally fake. First of all, no one there, like me and most of you guys out there, National Report is not really the most trusted website to watch. And also, what you would know is that they misspelled Michael Bay's name in the news report. So that's also a hint. And also, why would Michael Bay reveal something that huge? Like, why? Like, if he did, okay, but still, it's for what it's rumored about. It's three years away till another Transformers movie happens. Why would Michael Bay spill something that huge already? You're basically giving away the plot. So yeah. So we don't even know if Michael Bay's coming back to direct Transformers 5. So yeah, that's another thing. So yeah, I just want to clarify that if anyone was thinking that, you know, Transformers 5 is going to be bogus, they're going to make Rodimus Prime come in. It's not, okay? It was just a fake. It was just a little you know, parody. It's just bogus, okay? It's a hoax. If you believed it for a second, it's not. It's fake. So there you have it. What I would also like to point out is that my dad is right behind me, and he is in the kitchen. I'm just kidding. So yeah, the Transformers 5 thing, it's just a hoax, and don't worry about it. With regards to the Transformers franchise, nothing's been really going on. Again, it has opened in Japan already now, and that means it should be taking in more money now, which should make it the highest grossing film of the Transformers franchise. And so there you have that. And next thing we're going to talk about is the Transformer toys. I'm not going to go into full details because I know they already revealed these stuff at Comic-Con. I just want to talk about some toys that people have been, been talking about lately, and ones that are bugging them. So, yeah, let's talk about that. First of all, yes, we know the big reveal. Combiners. We're finally getting combiners. That's a glorious thing. We haven't had that in years, and that's such a good thing. And The one thing that people are talking about in the combiners is a few people that they screwed up in the toys. So let's talk about the aerial bots. So we know that, you know, they're all getting new molds. None of them are repaints. That's a good thing. They can combine into Superion, which is also a great thing. The one thing that people are hating on this combined form, or not the combined form, this one of these aerial bots is Slingshot, and Slingshot was supposed to be a a jet. They're called aerial bots. They're all supposed to be they're supposed to be jets, and that's no longer the case. Fireflight or Slingshot or Alpha Bravo, whatever that they call him, he's a helicopter, which really doesn't make sense because, well, first of all, he forms the feet, and again, why would you want to make him the helicopter? And I don't know if that means you don't need to have the license. I mean, it's a toy, and you're basing it off of IDW comics, so I don't know if that's based on the comics. I'm not sure. If anyone will let me know. But that really does tick me off that they made him into a helicopter because for the love of God, they're aerial bots. They're supposed to be all jets, and apparently that's not the case for him. And I don't know why they call him Alpha Bravo. That's just the weirdest name I ever heard for a Transformer. So yeah, that's rather unfortunate that he has to be a helicopter and not the jet like all the other aerial bots are supposed to be. Now let's get to the Stunticons. Yes, I know the combined form does not look that good. It's average. It's actually really good, but it's not as good as the third-party Transformers. Fans Project's Intimidator. I still think that's the best Minosaur ever, but the combined form is a little floppy, but I won't get into full detail for that. We'll just save that for the next video. Let's talk about some of the Decepticons as their counterparts, like basically their own. As you already know, Motor Master is a repaint, and if I do say so myself, that mold does work much better instead of Optimus Prime, because if you remember at BotCon, everyone was just saying Optimus Prime just looked ridiculous in that mold. And yes, I know it's supposed to be the IDW mold, and I know it's from the comics, but still, they screwed up the shoulders and the arm pieces, and it really ticked a lot of people off, and myself included. And the vehicle mode looked ridiculous. It doesn't look like a classic Optimus Prime at all, and that really does tick a lot of people off. So yeah, the thing that people are speculating now is that, well, these Stunticons are going to be repainted into the Autobot Masquerade Autobots, because it's pretty obvious that these are going to be repainted into Autobots, because the molds just scream. I'm just looking it up right now just to tell you. The molds just scream Autobots. Like, for instance, for the first one is Dead End. Yeah, that one is going to be repainted into Jazz. It's very obvious that one's going to be repainted into Jazz. The vehicle mode just screams Jazz. It's very obvious. Robot mode, again, I could see it in a way look like Jazz, but it does suit more for Dead End. But still, I can see it repainted into Jazz in some way or another. The next one that people are speculating would be the well, I'm gonna save that one for last. Is going to be Breakdown. Now, Breakdown is people are speculating will be repainted into Sideswipe. Now, this one can actually happen very soon, because the mold is very obvious. The mold is just made for Sideswipe. Again, I know that this is what he looked like in the show, and he does look really cool, but again, I could see this be made into Sideswipe easily, with a couple remolding and like a new head, new paint job, a new weapon. It could very well be made into Sideswipe. The next one the last one actually, or sorry, we'll look into Wild Rider. I want to talk about Wild Rider for a minute. They're calling him Off-Road. I don't know why. And also, the toy doesn't look anything like Off-Road. I mean, not Off-Road. It doesn't look anything like Wild Rider. And that's rather unfortunate, because I would love to see a new Wild Rider. I know they made one in Transformers Prime, which is like 2 years ago. But still, that was just a repaint and a remold, and it did work for him very, very well. But I would like to see a classic dead end from the, from the 80s. But that's not the direction they went in, and if you really look into G1, the name Off-Road should sound familiar. I mean, if you really follow into it, Off-Road is actually a G1 character, and the molding, like the physical character, looks exactly like the G1 Off-Road. So I don't know why people are saying that this is Wild Rider, because it's too obvious. This is Off-Road, and I have no connection with Off-Road. I don't know anything about Off-Road. I just know that he wasn't in the show, but he did have a toy back in the 80s, and it looks identical to the brand new mold. And I don't know why people are calling this Wild Rider. The vehicle mode doesn't even look like Wild Rider. I'm just saying. Now the last one is Drag Strip. This is Mirage. This is totally Mirage. I could totally see this become like a BotCon toy or something like that. And I'm so happy that we're finally getting a brand new toy in this vehicle mode, because again, we've only had the Classics Mirage for, I think we only had that toy for 8 years now, and it's the same exact one, and that really ticks me off, because they really don't have a choice. They really have to use that mold many, many, many more times. It's nice to know now that they have a brand new mold, and they can really do some other things with the mold, which makes it much better as a toy.